So here is a really common way that we will use motion to our advantage and obviously misdirection. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that from the jump, you're going to see that our tight ends are really integral pieces to the offense. They're going to shift and they're going to move consistently because we want to create as stressful of an environment to identify where the near back triangle is, the presence of the tight end and the running back as possible. But then you also get a tremendous introduction here of the utilization of jet motion. We, in these pictures, this is one of the fundamental tenets of the rushing attack. We do believe in utilizing jet motion to create nub surfaces. And one of our best equalizers in these nub surfaces that we've created is the ability to bring two pullers from the opposite side of the formation. We believe in base offense. This is obviously 21 personnel, that we're going to be able to create walls and set edges on the opposite side of the formation and allow the back to puncture because there's a hesitation and a rotation in the secondary that doesn't let people screw themselves down and into the box, okay? So there's one presentation out of more 21 personnel. Here's another one. Now, we not only are in a split reduction to the top of the screen, but we're in 11 personnel, and we're creating really the same type of edge, but now instead of using our version of C-gap power, we're running GT counter. And now we're still bringing a two-puller element. It can look a variety of different ways. We're going to go back to the nub. Once again, the jet motion has created a response, or rather a little bit of a hesitation in the secondary. Anytime that you're adding two gaps and you're forcing a corner and a safety to define these fit angles to the boundary, we believe that we're going to create the opportunity for an explosive, and there is another, okay? Now, here's another insight. This is still going to be a GT counter variation for us, but I want to point out a couple other things that are important in this idea of misdirection. Not only are you going to see what has really become a consistent calling card in our early time together, but this is also an extra offensive lineman in the game. And you're going to see the presence of the fullback on the backside. And so we're going to run that same GT counter play that we watched just a moment ago in 11 personnel, but a couple realities happen for us. We get people who sub personnels on us consistently when we put the 6 offensive linemen in the game. But we also believe that if you're going to sub a secondary player out of the game, it becomes really difficult to handle motion. And so that's number one that you're going to see, that they don't have the ability to really counteract this motion simply due to the fact that they're in a locked concept within the secondary. But then also the fullback is a weapon of misdirection, and sometimes he doesn't have to be in motion to create quite a bit of a reaction. So you can feel we not only with the combination of motion and the action of the fullback replacing the backside leg of the backside tackle, we've created quite the edge for us on the opposite side. And the dynamic nature of this play, because we train our pullers to log people and train the second puller to be sensitive to the first, we've allowed the back to have full access to the entire run surface, and that now becomes a pretty dynamic edge play into the boundary, okay?